If one of your New Year's resolutions is to make the leap into self-employment, you need to ask some very specific questions before making that change in your life. And if you're already a small business owner or self-employed, this is a great time to take stock of what you're doing right and maybe what you're doing wrong too. Business law specialist Wayne Zell joins us with today's Money Monday segment. Wayne, good morning.
Good morning, Allison.
Can we still say Happy New Year?
Happy New Year, absolutely.
Okay.
It's not too early to do your New Year's resolutions as well.
Including if you're looking to strike out. Now, let me though ask you, are many people doing this in this economy?
There are more people starting new businesses now than ever before, and I'm seeing it, I think, primarily as a result of people losing their jobs, unfortunately.
Trying to think of something else we might be happy doing, perhaps.
Absolutely.
Okay, but before you do that, you say there are some really specific things to think about. And first of it is there a market for what I'm going to try to sell?
Absolutely. You want to make sure that you've done your research, competitive research in the marketplace, to know that you've got the service that somebody's going to buy or the product that somebody's going to pay for.
You don't want to go too low, undercut your product, but you do need to know what's fair out there.
Absolutely.
So do a little research as far as what your product is worth.
Market research and industry research. Also know who your competitors are for the same product and service.
Also, do I have the resources to effectively market and network? I often think, if I just had some seed money.
Well, looking for investors is an important component of any business planning process. And when you're starting a new business, know how you're going to pay for the services that you need to sell and for the people that you need to acquire to sell those services.
Also have an exit strategy, perhaps.
Exit strategy is good, but that's thinking down the road a little bit.
All right. Now, you do offer some more positive news, some resolutions, if you will, if you're looking to get into your own business.
You know, my wife and I were sitting together on New Year's Eve, and we were trying to play out, you know, what are your New Year's resolutions for next year? And it always starts with a business plan. What's your business plan? How are you going to pay for the resources? And how are you going to generate the revenue to keep yourself in business throughout the year? And then during the year, make sure that you go back to the plan and check yourself against the plan.
All right.
Always.
Also, make sure you wipe the slate clean, if you will, pay off your personal debt.
Paying off your personal debt is probably my mantra for this year, and it should be everybody's mantra. And then setting aside money for investment. Setting aside money for a rainy day, for a tragedy, for an event that you didn't anticipate, losing your job, whatever it is. 6 months worth of cash flow should be preserved. Okay,
here's my mantra: cut down on the personal spending. You have yours, I have mine, and that's one of your tips.
It is. It's a very practical tip. It's commonsensical, and it's related to paying down your personal debt. Make sure that you cut your personal spending down and preserve your resources for the future.
Okay. A subject not a lot of people like to think about, but it's a really smart one to tackle right now while you can. You're talking about estate planning.
Well, do your basic estate planning, and that's not just having a will saying what will happen if you die, but it's perhaps setting aside money into trust for yourself, using a revocable living trust to avoid probate and handle incapacity. And then also have a durable power of attorney to make sure that you can take care of events that are outside of your trust, like getting into your safe deposit box if you're incapacitated, or settling litigation, signing tax returns, or moving assets into your trust. And lastly, healthcare planning. Do you have a healthcare directive? Have you thought about the event of you becoming terminally ill or in a persistent vegetative state? And do you really want life-prolonging procedures withheld? And who is going to make those decisions for you in the event that you become incapacitated?
You think a lot of people don't think about all of these different things before they strike out?
You know, they think about it, but they don't act on it. 70% of the people in the U.S. economy do not have a will. So if they don't have a will, how likely is it that they're going to have an advanced medical directive or durable power of attorney?
Right. All right. Wayne Zell, business planning lawyer. Appreciate your time this morning.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
All right. Steve, over to you.